toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 44, Mahomes. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about him all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has. Showing his great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Fournette running out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. That one goes for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Mahomes. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Up the gut, Fournette. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Mahomes. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 38, Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would say, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one's incomplete.
The Cardinals sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience,
he's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. A shotgun give to Fournette. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have now moved out in front.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll They'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Oh, that really would have been something to see, but he's denied by the framework.
Do you remember seeing David Akers in Green Bay a few years ago on opening day? He had a 63-yarder to end the half, hit the crossbar, and go over. So sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it works against you.
And this time, it's against. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
2nd and 5. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Rashawn Wright. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Running on first down, Eckler. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And this time he is in.
Austin Eckler
as the first half is winding down.
And the Cards have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On play action, they'll throw. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to face a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On third down, here's Mitchell.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. It's Johnson.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, we want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He finds Watson complete. Pushes past him. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Back to throw again.
This is swung out to Eckler. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They're going to look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Mahomes to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A first down there on a pickup at 25. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Catch made by Watson on the out route. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2nd and 2. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hands it off out of the gun.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Fournette is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd and 6. He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
33 yards that time. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a
touchdown, Cardinals!
Christian Watson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Here's Mahomes.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now.
Mahomes. Connecting with Johnson. And he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's 4th down.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Mahomes throwing on fourth. That's to his running back, complete.
And he will have the conversion on fourth down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mahomes to throw it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mahomes.
He's going to let it fly.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. One final try for Mahomes. Buying time to his left. This to possibly force OT. And that is going to be incomplete. Well, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over.
And he